Boo. So, two things. Actually, better get the book before I do these two things. Give me 1 minute. Now, two things. Before I get started reading the book, I'm going to, let me see. I know there's like a big ass, yeah. Ooh, I'm going to use your notes and I'm going to go on the, because it's been a while since I've read this. I'm going to be going on the religion. And I remember you talked about, yeah, there it is, fighting tendencies, or I thought there was another one that says fighting tactics, or maybe just for tendencies. Yeah, I think it's just fighting tactics, tendencies, I mean. So, I am going to go to after I'm done with these two things, I'm going to read the religion, or the fighter tendencies, and then I'm going to read the other one. But, before I do that, it's like literally 2 minutes since I've recorded the last video, so I've got to do, literally, collect my money for this fight. I'm just giving it a minute. Right now it's loading. While that's loading, I'm gonna make a list of things I need. Because twice I forgot because yesterday I forgot my water bottle. Big no. Today, I forgot my phone and my earbuds. I don't use either. I shouldn't really be using either. I don't use either when I'm on job. But when we are working with, because today we're working with grinders, you work as excellent earplugs. I bought another one, so of the ones that you got me, because I like the ones you got me, and they're really, really well at blocking out the noise. So I'm using. You messaged me. Oh, sorry. These make really good earplugs for the working with angle grinders, and it was so crazy. The guy that I was working with, the other new, 18 seconds, 19 seconds, 22 seconds, 17 seconds. Yeah, I like to get underneath 30 seconds, like I said. Anyways, the guy who I was working with, Braden, I think his name is, the other new guy, he worked with the angle grinder without glasses, without safety glasses. He used sunglasses, and without fucking a respirator, and without earplugs. And I was looking at him, I was like, are you trying to have a health problem? Yeah, fuck you, McGregor. Fucking rapist. Anyways, sorry. I was like, you're trying to speed run fucking having problems? Because we also had these cardboards that the cardboards are used to protect the concrete, not for our knees. But I'm using them for my knees as well, because I don't want to have fucked up knees by the time I'm 20 or 25, I should say, by the time I'm 30. So, what was it? But this guy, he was raw dogging the knees. He was raw dogging the ears and the respirator shit and the kind of the eyes with only those sunglasses. Like me, I had my earplugs in. I had my bandana with that fucking K95 respirator mask on, and I had my safety glasses with the glasses. And as soon as I was starting up the respirator, as soon as my thing going on, I do, oh shit, is everything in? I do this. I check my ears, I check my bandana and my KN95 mask, and I would check my safety glasses. And if I start, I'd literally put down the thing, and I'd make sure I'd have my safety glasses on, or I'd make sure my earplugs were in, or I'd make sure I had my bandana on, or my mask was on snug. Because I already smoke. I don't want to have more fucking problems with my lungs or with my body by the time I'm 25, 30. I want to make a living doing blue collar. You messaged me again. I don't want to have problems doing with my body, because again, I want to do bead work. I want to do MMA. I want to have, what was it? Bead work, and I want to continue doing blue collar work. So I really want to make sure I protect my body. And if I have to spend my paycheck, if I have to spend some money to ensure I have a better quality of work, I'm fine with that. I don't care. Because in my eyes, that's money well spent. because that's not money. That's not money. Quote. It is money going to the job, but it's money going to my body. That's how I'm seeing it. That's why, like, Rooster, he made a really good point. He said, don't eat out. Because two things. You're eating your paycheck, literally. You're literally eating your paycheck while working. And two, it's really unhealthy. So that's why I'm packing up. That's why I'm stacking up my lunch. And that's the main reason why I'm talking about it, because I want to have a list. A quick list I could look at of shit I need for tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to include clothes, but I'm going to include things like my earbuds, the pen, my extra bandana, because I'm going to carry because I'm going to be having they're probably going to be carrying this bandana, but I'm going to be having where the hell is it? My red bandana, that blue one you don't like. Well, that doesn't look good when I'm wearing the type of clothes I like. I'm using that as my respirator bandana, and I'm going to probably swap it out with this orange one, but after I do laundry. I need to do laundry this weekend. So I was going to be wearing that one for a mask. I was going to be wearing the good old red for my head, and then I was going to be probably having this one as a little side bandana, because what is it? I can pull them out. For my pants, Brewster this morning, he gave me a piece of black electrical tape, because we needed the black electrical tape to, like, for painting or something like that. I don't remember really what we needed it for, in all honesty. He just told me to get it, and we didn't really need to use it, probably because I couldn't find it. But he pulled off this piece, and he was like, because for the angle grinder, we need to find the plug, because it was like being held up by a little wire thing, and with tape to secure it. Well, he had to take this off. We need to, like, secure it with more tape, so he gave me this, and he said, "This is what you're looking for." I couldn't find it, because it wasn't in the truck. It wasn't in the toolbox either. And so he's like, "That's fine, I guess." So he got me another angle grinder for me to use. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is I really just want to have that extra bandana just tied exactly like I had it right there. So I have that one, right? So I have respirator, sweat/cool one, so I look for my look, and one for, like, sweat, or for getting my hand, for, like, cleaning my hands or something like that. I think that black one will work perfectly, because I can really, like, just get that and no one will really see. I don't, well, let's just say this black one. I can buy extra bandanas as well. I feel like that's what I'm going to do with my paycheck. Next paycheck, extra bandanas. I think that's it. I know I want it. No, that's not. I want something. Anyways, making the list. So, I'm going to need water jug, sack lunch. I'm going to need my earbuds, phone, with cash primarily, with some cash, earbuds, phone, pen G, in 1 minute while I think. Yeah, I think this is it. I have a relatively light load, because all this shit's primarily in Rooster's car, and I don't really need a lot. I'm gonna need my bandana. I'm gonna be wearing I'm not including stuff I wear. I'm not including boots. I'm not including pants. I'm not including shirt. So, I'm done with the list. I paused it, but Josh is here. He's using the bathroom. After he's done using the bathroom, he'll be back so we can do some business. After we do that, I'll be able to read. Love you. Well, I guess Josh is doing that, because I really don't want to just be chilling here, not doing anything. I have been falling in love with blades. You know this, Jubilee. But I told you I've been practicing this one certain combination, and I'm going to show it again just in case you don't. And I thought it would kind of be ineffective, but it's an overhand, then it's a slash, and then it's something called a Zerschau. I used to call it a Meisterhau, but it's technically a Meisterhau, but it's under the same thing as like saying, I think someone asks, what do you do for your job? Oh, I do work. Like, you're not wrong. But if you want to be specific, it's called, this one is called a Zerschau. So you do overhand, slash, and then you do this. You do a turn of the wrist. It's protecting and defending. That's why it's called Meisterhau. In German, it means master strike or perfect strike. But it's defending and blocking. And after you do that, you go whoosh. You go overhand slash, and you do one Zerschau, you do another Zerschau, and then you do a stab. And I thought it wasn't really that good. But then I had Evan, and I was like, Evan, I want to try, because Evan was over here after I got done with work, and I practiced it on him, and it was really effective. First time, he didn't realize it. He didn't know. It was like, oh shit, caught him off guard. Kind of suspected. He didn't, like I said, he didn't know. Second time, he kind of figured what was going on, but he was still slow on the uptick. And third time, I said, I'm going to go slower so you can fully understand. I'm going to go over what I said. Because I told them, I told them while I was doing it the first time. Second one, I just did it. And then third time, the one I'm talking about right now, I did slow overhand. Then I did a slow slash. I did a slow Zerschau. Then another Zerschau. Then a stab. Not to clarify. Not with these are not like real, to let you know. Like I can like do this like that. Sorry. No one likes me. Like, you know, I can do that, and like, you know, I can do this all day. I can actually use it to scratch myself. I'm probably not going to use it because I'm going to use this for cooler purposes. But with the sticks that we were using, we still wasn't able to defend it, so I was still able to win. So that made me deduce I came up with a pretty good system. Man, I love the ability just to record things like that, because I can do things like this. And you won't really know. The only trick is I just kind of have to remember where we left off. But in my shenanigans, Josh and I finally got done conducting business. So I could start reading. But because this video is kind of long, and I thought I'm going to probably only read one of them. I'm sorry, but it's going to be the one I'm more insightful on. Fighting. I love fighting. I love these little tassels. They make me so happy. Anyways. Oh, fuck, I just had it. Fighting techniques. Before I get all worked up. So there's one whole page of it. Shocker. So this video probably won't be as long, but it won't be long. So I'll finally be able to go to bed soon, because right now it's like 9:42. I'm not tired. I got a good amount of sleep last night, and work. I didn't work for till 9 to 6. That's good. I worked till 8 to 4:30. So that's really good. Only 8.5 hours. Anyways, enough being creepy. Budding techniques. I find this so cute. You wrote tendencies. This says techniques. I always think that's so cute. Anyways, one of the most important skills a mentor must teach an apprentice, like me, is how to fight. I don't think Rooster will be teaching me how to fight soon, because I already know. Warriors, that's me again, or Braves, as the natives will call it, are often called upon to defend the borders or to protect the clan from attacks, whether by enemies, clans, or predators like badgers or foxes. Even medicine cats must learn enough fighting techniques to be useful in battle. Wow. The back kick, an explosive surprise move to catch opponents from behind. Judge opponent's distance from you carefully. Then lash out your back leg, taking your weight from your front paw. So there's kind of an equivalent to that. It's called the back kick, and basically, if you were standing up, you kind of like. So think of this as my legs. So if you're standing up, if I was facing this way, I would kind of rotate my hips this way, and I kick back that way while having this foot stand up while kicking that way. So like, I'd be like, so I'd be kind of like this, actually. So I'd be kind of like this, and then I'd go. You see that? You're kind of slant. So this is level for me. So you're kind of slanted like this. So this is straight for you. So if I'm like this. So right now this angle is straight. It's not straight for you. I'll be like, yeah, like that. That would be equivalent. You can also like do it where you're looking. So I'll be using my front leg. You can use this leg, so you kind of be like pivoting like that. That would be the closest equivalent to that move in real life. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be kind of tiring. It's going to take a while for me, but it'll be a fun video for you. But at least now I've got a good setup now for what I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to be kind of speeding through these, because right now I'm already on the 17-minute mark. And I don't want to go a little longer. I don't want to go that much longer. Anyways, that's the back kick. And it's called the same thing in MMA. I think I already told you this when I was first reading this, when you gave it to me. The back thing is something called the belly rake. This says, a fight stopper. Slices with unsheathed claws across the soft opponent's belly. If you're pinned down, your opponent rakes if you're pinned down, the belly rake quickly puts you back into control. So I guess I don't really need to like move that much for this. I guess the best like thing it would be is like it's just like a hook. Just a hook to the lower part. So like, of course, the belly, because that is also a very effective target. Because I'm going to show you this side. I don't know how I'll be looking in the camera. This side is my left. I have this L. Well, at least this is an L for me. And this side is my right. So I'm going to be having this right here for my right. And I'm going to be having this for my left. So right here on the left side, right here, when it's pointing, where my fingers are, these two fingers are going in and out, that is where the stomach is. Hit there, like what they said, it's a fight stopper. Right here, mainly like right here, where my finger is stationary, that is where the liver is. If you hit there, you are literally going to end the fight. So this will be on the opponent's right, on your left. So again, if in boxing, if you're really good, again, this is my left hand. I'm an orthodox fighter, so my left hand will be up front. If I were to hook right there, like exactly like how I'm doing, perfect 90 degree like this, finger kind of relax until the last one where I tense up, right there at the liver, the opponent is down. The same is for the stomach, more so for the liver. And it doesn't, even if you're on the ground and you hit that liver or you hit the stomach, your opponent's going to probably wince and you can get them over. And like what they said, get into a more dominant position. And if you do secure that liver right there on the opponent's right, your left, it's a game changer. It's like what they said, fight stopper. Anyways, the belly rake. B. Hooks to the body. Well, at least that's what I think. Because they said a slice. And like, when I think slice, I'm going to use this sheath dagger. When I think slice... Ooh, shit, no. Don't look at the setup. When I think slice, I think yeah, like that. Yeah, 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 or yeah, 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 yeah. You see how I'm slicing through? That's the closest thing I can think of. It's like a hook. Yeah, 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 yeah. You see I'm kind of like slicing through the air. Like if I had a knife like this, yeah, yeah, exactly. Like people, like you're supposed to hold the knife like this, but in a reverse grip, it will be a slice like that. So yeah. So that's what I think the belly rake is. I just had it. Anyways, the front paw blow. It's a front attack. Is bring your front paw down hard on your opponent's head, claws sheathed. So what was it? I think that's just kind of like an overhand, you know, because you're bringing it in a downwards motion. Because like jabs and crosses, like everything is kind of like thrown here. I'm gonna kind of have it like here so it'd be level. Everything is gonna kind of be like straight. It's like yeah, 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 yeah. Nothing goes down except for a yeah. You see how I'm kind of like here. I'm gonna do it to the side so you can see it. You see how I'm kind of like going downwards like that. It's like an overhand because you're literally going over your head and heading downwards like that. Overhand, overhand, rear overhand, lead overhand, rear over. So this paw swipe, I think. Yeah, front paw blow. That's just like a overhand from what I can see, especially with that little diagram right there. Because this one is the aggressor, this one's the attacker, and this one is the assailant. No, don't matter. I use technical terms. I don't really know. This guy doing attacking. This guy being attacked. It's going downwards like that, and they're kind of going like that with the cat. Anyways, so that would be the overhand in MMA. Not the last one. Next one, front paw strike. It's another frontal attack. It's a slice downwards with your front paw. No, wait, what? So it says like the front paw strike is basically the same thing, but like that one, you for the front paw blow, you have your claws like you have like a fist, but for the front paw strike, you have your hand out in a claw because it says slice downwards with your front paw at your opponent, claws unsheathed. And this one for the front, that's the front paw strike, the new one. And this one it says front paw blow. Bring your front paw downward hard on your opponent. So I think what that one is like the first one is like an overhand, just simple overhands, while the other ones are like freaking haymakers where you really plant your foot down and go whoosh, whoosh, like you really like put a lot of force into it. So at least if I get that correct. So overhands and haymakers. I'm turning on a fan because it's getting hot in here. It is summer after all. It's like gonna be freaking yesterday and today are muggy. Tomorrow's gonna be hot. Thankfully, I don't work on the weekends because I think it's gonna be hot on the weekends. Anyways, this one's illegal in MMA, at least from the sound. The killing bite, a death blow to the back of the neck, quick and silent, and sometimes considered dishonorable. Use as a last resort. Yeah, definitely illegal. Because that sounds like a position you'd have like when you're on the rear, and so it's super illegal. Using this line. So again, this is the lion's rear. It's super illegal if I'm on the rear and I do big no. Can't do that. So, equivalent in MMA, illegal. Or Krav Maga. Oh, the reason why I said that is because, like, well, other, like, martial arts is like, oh, It's like technique, yeah, hook, a quick like judo throw, a spinning kick, like things that require technique. Krav Maga is you want to fight, yes, yeah. You want to win, yes, yeah. Do what you must, and that's literally it. Like they encourage you, like scratching, gouging, throat strikes, groin strikes, like best weapon tactic, Krav Maga. How to win a fight. Does your opponent have a weapon? Yes. Will then be extremely dirty. Be a motherfucker. Throw sand in your eyes if you have to. Does your opponent not have a weapon? Yes. Be dirty. Do what you have to. Do you have a weapon? Yes. Use it. Even if your opponent doesn't have one. And that, my children, is Krav Maga. So they encourage literally everything. But, well, at least the good Krav Maga classes. Because, like, there's shitty Krav Maga classes that teach you, like, they call it bullshido, which is, like, bullshit that, like, oh, if you do this, you'll disarm your opponent of any weapon. That shit won't work, you know. And then they have, like, weird dummies who, like, just, like, literally go with every strike. Anyways, I'm taking up too much time. Equivalent to the killing bite, Krav Maga. Illegal. Effective Krav Maga. Anyways. Leap and hold. Ideal for small cats and facing a larger opponent. Spring on the back of your opponent, your grip with unsheathed claws. And now you are beyond the range of your opponent's paws and in position to inflict severe body wounds. A group of apprentices can defeat a large and dangerous warrior in this way. It was deployed to great effects against the Blood Clan's deputy, Bone. Watch for the drunken rule counter moves and try to jump free before you get squashed. So that just sounds like the equivalent of trying to take the back in MMA, like especially in like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like that's like a big thing, especially for smaller opponents. Is you want to fucking take the back, because exactly what they say. Like you can't hit someone in the back unless you get your elbows, and even then you can't really get like you'd have to be like your face would have to be like right here, but ideally your face would be like right here. And in MMA you can't like headbutt. So in real life you can, so you got to kind of watch that. So you know the only thing you can do is like jump and like make sure you squash them. But in this, it's kind of, I imagine that's kind of like a best sentence. But in MMA, if you're going, or even in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you're going against someone who knows their shit, that fall, it may injure them a bit, but you're just sealing the deal for them and making that shit tighter. Like that happened for a fighter. I forgot who it was, but he was going up against this one Brazilian motherfucker, Charles Oliveira. That dude, he was on his back, like standing up, and so what was this? So this was the guy, and now it's Oliveira. He was like standing up like this, and then the guy had the bright idea. I'm gonna fall on this guy, even though this guy is a world-renowned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu master with multiple black belts in it. I'm gonna fall. So when he fall, he sealed the deal, and then he freaking wrapped his legs all around him. He then was able to get that extra squeeze, and he was able to crank that bitch like an anaconda. Got him so quickly. He tapped within a few seconds. It was really a great fight, in all honesty. I love seeing it. Anyways, that's what the leap and hold equivalent is taking the back. Or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu basics. Partner fighting. Ooh. Warriors who have trained and fought together will often instinctively fall into a paired defensive position, each protecting each other's back while fending off an opponent on either side. Slashing, calling, and leaping together in battles pairs can be a whirlwind of danger for attackers. Not equivalent to MMA. You can't use partners, or at least in standard MMA. But that reminds me of Jackson and I, and how they say that you can find people, my bald forehead, you can find someone who matches it, how it can be really dangerous. That reminds me of when Jackson and I, because Jackson and I, we'd spar and we'd fight. Whenever we do, it made me realize I feel so sorry for a sad motherfucker who rolls up on us, or at least a group who would roll up on us, because I know I sound like really cocky, and I always feel bad like talking like this, but if Jackson and I were in a 4-on-4 or even a 2-on-2 fight, but we're winning because Jackson, he excels with quick, fast strikes like that. And he's really quick, and he's a lot stronger than he looks. Everyone thinks Jackson's weak. Homie is just as strong, probably stronger than me. At least right now. I'm doing this blue collar work, so I'm gonna get stronger. I know I am. I'm gonna get so strong. You're gonna be with the strong man. Anyways, Jackson's just as strong as me, but he doesn't have the stamina. That's where he falters. So he can kind of go really fast, and he has to kind of take a sideline for at least a few seconds before he pumps himself with more adrenaline and he finishes his job. And me, I'm a brawler. I'm a slugger. I like to stand toe to toe. I like to use defensive. I'll use my foot. I'll use some foot movement, and I'll use my head movement, and I'll use my arms and my hands, shoulder rolls to make sure I don't get hit. But I'm standing toe to toe with your ass equivalently. I'm not gonna be moving around all like Jackson. And I'm really, really strong because I can keep that strength for a long time compared to Jackson. So that means you have one or two choices. Do you either face me, who will stand toe to toe, and who will knock your ass out, and who will basically be a constant pressure on you, like this, just. Well, do you either deal with me, stand toe to toe, and either get knocked out with me, or have Jackson pepper you while you're not looking? Or would you rather have Jackson focus on trying to pin him down and trying to hit him? Because again, he's gracious with me. He stands at least somewhat toe to toe with me, and he doesn't move around a lot. He'll be a motherfucker with other people. I know he'll be moving around constantly, making sure that other people can't hit him. But so that means that if you're trying to focus on him, you have to focus on trying to hit that motherfucker. But if you're you're trying to focus on dodging all of his strikes, and then boom, you probably get knocked out by me. So again, it's a catch-22. Do you either focus on go toe to toe with the slugger and get knocked out by Jackson with those tiny peppers, or do you try to pin Jackson down, who's being elusive and constantly moving, peppering you with shots, and get knocked down by the slugger? It's a catch-22. I'm sorry, I sound really cocky, but I'm almost done. Play dead. Effective in tight situations such as when you are pinned down. Stop struggling. Effective in tight situations such as when you are pinned down. Stop struggling and go limp. When your opponents relax his grip, thinking you're defeated, push yourself up explosively, thinking this will throw off an unwary opponent and put you in an attacking position. The best way I can think of it is literally exactly what they said, faking it. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or I think if you kind of go limp just a little bit, you risk losing. But in this situation, it kind of goes, if you kind of go limp, they might think exactly what they said. Oh shit! And if you're kind of chillaxing like that, then you can spring up and then you can kind of get them. So again, exactly what they said. Playing dead. No, I guess it is the real life equivalent. Exactly what it is. Scuff shake. Secure a strong. This sounds illegal. Secure a strong teeth grip on the scruff of your opponent's neck. Then violently shake. No gender neutral pronouns. He or she until they are too rattled to fight back. Most effective against rats, or which are small enough to throw. A strong throw will stun or kill them. Best way is literally doing a collar tie, which is that. I love this thing. It's such a good dummy. So you kind of get up and kind of grab the back of their neck and kind of bring them closer and kind of move them around, and then you can do throws and trips. So that's, I guess, the best equivalent to it, because you can't You can't bite a motherfucker on their neck and go, yeah. And again, it's like collar tie, because like if you get, that's about this thing where it differs, because you said ideally with a smaller opponent. If we're a good collar tie, if you have a good enough opponent, you have a good, like, if you're a good enough person and you have a good enough leverage, you can literally like just like move them around like that. It don't matter how big they are, you can move them. So yeah, that's what the equivalent is, a tie collar. Teeth grip also sounds illegal. Target your opponent's extremities, such as the legs, tail, scruff, or ears, and sink your teeth and hold. This move is similar to leap and hold, except your claws remain free to fight. I can't think of an equivalent like that. The best way I can think of is probably like a leg locks. Like, you kind of like get like this around your opponent's legs or hands, and so then you can use your hands to like fucking fight like that. So I guess leg locks? I don't know. And finally, last one for tonight. This video is gonna probably be 40 minutes long. It is final. The upright lock. Final crushing move on already weakened opponent. You rear up on back legs and bring your full weight down on your opponent. If opponent does same, wrestle and flip him under you. This move makes you vulnerable to the belly and rakes. This move makes you vulnerable to belly rakes, so it requires great strength and speed. I can't think of an equivalent of you literally jumping on a motherfucker like that. Like, the best way I can think of is like overhand, like hammer fist, like when your opponent is down. But that doesn't really backfire on you. So I guess ground and pound overhand, not ground and pound hammer fists. That's the equivalent to that little finisher move, because that's also a finisher move in MMA. Hammer fists for ground and pound, especially a lot for the UFC. Like, that's what I use to knock out some people sometimes. Like, if they're on their sides, just go, that's my man. Yep, so I guess that's the equivalent for upright lock. But that's all, folks. I love you, Jubilee. Good night. Hope you're enjoying your time in Washington. Not Washington. Yeah, Washington. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow after work.